Now I request Dr. Viranchi Shah to please deliver your address. Please.
Respected Dr. GNC, Shri Dr. H.G. Koshia, Shri Dangaji, Dr. Kothari, dignitaries on the dais of the dais. A very good morning, and it's heartening to see people from the homeopathy system of medicines gathering on a Sunday morning. And I'm always very enthusiastic about talking of Saturdays and Sundays, because if you see the data for the last 20 years, because of the global healthcare system, and when I say the global healthcare system, it includes the allopathy, the Ayurveda, the homeopathy, and all the forms of medicine. The average healthy life expectancy, the HALE, has increased from 68.4 years to 73.8 years from 2000 to 2020. And it means, and I tell this to college students especially, you work for 5 days from Sunday to Friday, and Saturday and Sunday are a gift from the healthcare system to you, because that is the pace at which we are able to deliver the additional life to people across the globe. If you compare this impact, $1 invested in any healthcare system across the globe delivers about $37 in terms of the economic benefit to the society. And this is the kind of impact that we all have. If you talk about India, in everything that is happening across the world, we have been able to do it successfully and bring down the cost of doing it. India is the only country in the world where in the last 10 years, the increase in the cost of healthcare is less than the increase in GDP. This is the only country in the world where we have been able to achieve this at a rate. Our cost increase in healthcare has been less than the cost or the rise in GDP. If you compare the impact that this industry has, and I'm talking of the entire healthcare system. India, we have been able to achieve average life expectancy of about 70 years, spending approximately $60 per capita. And if you compare it with other economies, if you talk of BRICS, which is equivalent in terms of the maturity that we are today, Russia spends almost $953 to do the same. The life expectancy is something around 72 years. Brazil, around 72 years, they are spending more than $1,000 per capita. US is spending around $12,000 to achieve a life expectancy of about 75 years. I think they are around 77 years. So what we have been able to do as a healthcare system is we have been able to do what the world is doing, but in a better way. Homeopath, I heard Dr. Rangayat saying that homeopath, one day we want it to be equivalent to allopathic form of medicine. And I think it is definitely possible. But there is one message that I would like to share if we all want to do it. The message is, whatever is scalable is saleable. We have to make sure that the system is scalable. And how do you bring scalability? I think it is the science and technology. So the more and more we invest in science and technology, the more and more we go towards evidence-based outcomes, because the world is always talking of outcomes these days. It is not concerned with the efforts. What outcome do you achieve out of your activity? An outcome always does not mean the economic benefits, also means the benefit to the society. And if in the homeopathic system of medicine we can bring scalability, we can definitely sell it, we can make it big. I think India is entering into a very important phase of its journey in the next 25 years, that we famously call it as the Amrit Kal. And for the pharmaceutical industry or for the healthcare industry, it is more so because just try to imagine, we are about $3.5 trillion in economy today. And our aspirations in the next 7 years by 2030 is to become the world number 4 from 5 that we are, reaching around 6.5 or between 6.5 and 7 trillion. So we are going to add one more India, 3.5, another 3.5 in the next 7 years. And there is a kind of opportunity that this country is having. Adding one more India, something that we have achieved through thousands of years, we are going to add in the next 7 years. For the healthcare industry, most of the trends suggest that it's going to scale 10 times in the next 25 years during the Amrit Kal. Friends, we know there are large numbers of ailments that are coming up. There are Indian-specific ailments. The amount of suffering we see in chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, mental health, it's growing in numbers at much rapid speed than what we can manage. And therefore, there's a lot of space for all of us to work here. I'm very happy that this conference is happening in Ahmedabad this time, in Gujarat. And as Dr. Koshia said, we have a very limited number of players in this space in Gujarat. We hope that in the coming years, the system of medicine progresses well and able to capture the growth that India is likely to scale in the next 25 years. My best wishes to all of you today, and thank you for having me here. Thank you.